Yo, what up? Good morning. God morning. God bless to all of you. What's happening? Welcome back. We're here at the LeVar Walker Show podcast, man. I hope you are having a wonderful and terrific day as I am. But before I get started, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be live in Detroit at the Comedy Bar. I'll be live in Detroit at the Comedy Bar October 3rd. I'm coming home to the D, baby. It's so cold in the D. And you can get those tickets at LeVarWalker.me. Below, as y'all can see, it's scrolling across the screen. Come pull up on me, Detroit. We're going to have a wonderful time. And November 1st, I'm coming back home to Chicago. So Chicago, I'm coming home, baby. November 1st, I will be at the Comedy Bar in Chicago as well. So let's get it popping, man. What's happening, man? I see everybody in the building right now. What's happening, Maverick? Good morning to you, brother. What's going on? There's a lot to talk about today. Recently, our emperor Donald Trump has spoken about Tylenol. I talked to my mom about it. My mom told me when she was pregnant with me, she took Tylenol. So I'm guessing I'm autistic. I'm guessing I'm autistic and the rest of the population is autistic. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I have what's called a PharmD degree, which is a doctorate degree in pharmacy, as well as being a registered licensed pharmacist in these United States. I went to pharmacy school at Xavier University of Louisiana, and where I studied pharmacy for 4 years and did 2 years of undergrad. Well, actually 5 years because I failed back 1 year in pharmacy school. And my whole education in regards to Tylenol, the effects and benefits of Tylenol, I never once heard of Tylenol causing autism. We are playing a dangerous game when we politicize science. When you try to move goalpost on science, and I'm trying to be in the middle. I don't know who you voted for. Who everybody's watching this, I voted for whoever you voted for. Whether that was Kamala or Trump, I voted for that person. But when we talk about science, right? When you talk about like laws of physics and gravity and research and test, there has been never in life any significant data that showed Tylenol, a pregnant woman taking Tylenol, will cause autism. If that was true, we would all be autistic. You would probably have over 275 million cases of autism in America. Is at the point, wait, my service choppy? Y'all not get, oh, don't start. Not this morning. Wait a minute, come in and comment, guys. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. They saying the service is choppy right now. You sure that's your service? Is that my service or your service, Maverick? Y'all let me know. Come in the comments. But as I was saying, oh, is my service messed up? Damn. I got a clear signal. Everybody's saying, what does it look like? It's lagging a little bit. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know, man. It's some of y'all. Yeah, right. But we can't, like, you're going to put this on Tylenol. It's like, why would he place this on Tylenol? It's almost to the point where I'm thinking Donald just wakes up and listen to a podcast or something and be like, yep, that's what it is. It's Tylenol. You're going to have to stop taking Tylenol. It's going to hurt a little bit, but you got to stop it. Tylenol. Whenever you have a headache, you reach for a little bit of Tylenol. And the reason you do, because Tylenol is a fever reducer as well as stopping headache. Now, you could use ibuprofen, but ibuprofen typically causes kidney problem. When people take a lot of ibuprofen is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. There are a lot of kidney problems involved with taking ibuprofen. which works at prostaglandin E. But I don't want to get too scientific here. But there's nothing wrong with taking Tylenol. Keep taking the Tylenol. Listen to doctors. I don't know what the hell Robert Kennedy is listening to. I just don't know. It's weird to me. I went to Xavier University. Everybody, I'm a pharmacist. We put out a lot of physicians. We've all come to this conclusion. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I'm just being logical. I'm not even trying to be on either side of this issue politically, but come on. So instead of taking a Tylenol, do you just want the people to suffer and be in pain and just run a fever and just don't even decrease the body's temperature? Just run a fever till you get some type of organ damage or something like that. What if there's a person, because there's so many people that, what if there's a person who has kidney disease? They can't take fucking ibuprofen. What if there's a person who has kidney disease and also has like some type of blood condition, a hemophiliac? They can't take aspirin. They can't take aspirin nor ibuprofen. So they have to reach for the Tylenol. Where are we? Where are we right now? And there could be pregnant women that have kidney problems. They can't take ibuprofen. Ibuprofen will increase their glomerular filtration rate. You can't do it. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We are really, I just think right now, as a country, we just like on the brink of collapse. I think we so divided. We haven't come together in America on anything damn near since 9/11, bro. Like, we are so like everybody is fighting. Every conversation about any topic is politicized. And it's wild to me. Like, I don't even understand. There's no common ground. There's no middle. And then this particular administration, like I say, I voted for whoever y'all voted for on either side. But this shit is crazy. The Tylenol is causing autism. I just want to say, release the tapes, release the files, man. Release the Epstein files and call it a day. But you know what's really hurting kids? Guns in school. And I'm a gun carrier. Now, I'm not saying don't impose on the Second Amendment right, but that's what's really hurting kids. Like, it's so interesting to me. And then not to consider the fact that we have a lot of environmental toxins in the world that are probably causing autism as well. But at the same time, they cut the EV mandate. So I don't know what the hell is going on. And then they were saying allegedly that some scientist was paid to do this report on Tylenol. What the fuck did Tylenol do to Trump? What did it do? What did it do? Like, we are just being led to the slaughterhouse, I believe, man. Let me see. What did Ronnie Simmons say? All these drugs have side effects, just like the goody powders. If they give you something to fix your problem or cure it, CVS and these other places will go out of business. Well, I feel you, but I don't think that because when you think of autism and what autism is, people on different parts of the spectrum. So some people are highly functioning. They have like high functioning autism. You have Asperger's. You have some people, like that are super smart in math, or super smart in paying attention to detail. And, they could be awkwardly off, and talking to people. There's so many parts to this. But I'm trying to figure out a process where would Tylenol even possibly cross through the placenta and cause this harm to the baby. Like, somebody if we got a scientist or somebody on here, I really need y'all to come in here and make sense out of this shit for me. Because remember, Donald Trump is the same guy as when we was in COVID. Drink bleach. Bleach will do it. Bleach in a UV light. If you drink the bleach, you will kill the COVID. This is the same shit. So this is a circus, bro. This is a fucking. We're in a circus. It's not about fixing it. It's just like, look, Ronnie, it's about providing some relief temporarily. Like I took me a goody powder the other day. It's just causing relief, man. That's all. That's all the shit is doing. Salicylic acid helps for pain. So it's just what it is. And look, I got to keep doing my commercial as I go because Detroit is moving a little bit slow, but get those tickets. I'm going to be in Detroit October 3rd at the Comedy Bar. You can go to LeVarWalker.me and get those tickets. So this is a great point. Autism wasn't discovered until 1911, but Tylenol was invented in 1955. That's very valid. So if autism was discovered in 1911 and Tylenol was invented in 1955, how the hell is Tylenol causing autism? Thank you for that point, Dre ahead. Yeah, BC powder is what, aspirin? I believe it's aspirin. That's true. It can decrease the release, like ibuprofen. It can decrease the release of your gastric juices from flowing, causing the stomach to be exposed and the stomach acids to cause ulcers. That's one of the things aspirin as well as goody powders can do. However, you would have to take that shit in very, very large doses. I mean, every drug is going to have some type of side effect associated with it, but autism is a stretch. That's a huge stretch because you would have to prove that shit. Like you do scientific data and research and trials literally for a reason. So if I'm saying that Tylenol causes autism, well, if it does, every person or every baby born whose mama took Tylenol would be autistic. So that's just not true. Now, see, Chris, you drifting back. Yeah, there was little autism. I get it. 1 in 12,000. Now autism is like 1 in 12, right? So you don't think environmental factors are causing this? You just think it's Tylenol? You really believe that shit? And then we don't even realize how many people were not diagnosed with autism because there was a thing we used to use this word and call people retarded. Everybody was retarded. If you weren't like a regular functioning person, they just put you in retarded category. So how many of those people weren't even categorized properly as even being autistic and just being called crazy? So this is stupid. And like, look, I'm not trying to take any side here, but there's a lot of shit out here, a lot of toxins, a lot of processed foods we're eating, just a lot in the environment. And you're talking about a mental, like I don't want to call it a disorder, but like this is dealing mentally. So you have to find the part in the brain which this is affecting. Because I'm just not I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna ask our good friend. I don't use Chat GPT anymore. I've been using Gemini. So we're gonna ask Gemini, how do people get autism? Mm, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. Okay, autism spectrum disorder is a complex neurodevelopment condition, and its causes are not fully understood. However, a combination of genetic and environmental factors are believed to contribute to its development. Autism is not caused by vaccine or postnatal toxins. So is genetics is considered the most significant factor in the development of autism. Research, particularly twin studies, has shown a high heritability for ASD. So this is genes and genetics and environmental factors that cause this. Like even in birth complications, extreme prematurity, very low birth weight, or periods of oxygen deprivation to the baby's brain may also be risk factors. Yeah, there's no way to just put all this shit on Tylenol. It's just no way. But we're gonna keep it moving. I would recommend if you are pregnant, and you got a headache, take the damn Tylenol. Take the Tylenol. Trump ain't spent one day balancing no chemical equation or studying any human anatomy or physiology. I don't even know if Robert F. Kennedy has. I don't know what the hell is going on. So we're gonna keep it moving along. Jimmy Kimmel is back. Kimmel is back. And as I previously stated, I wouldn't have gone back. I really don't think he should have went back, but he came back. He did his monologue. During that monologue, Kimmel cried in regards to Charlie Kirk, who he never even mentioned during his monologue. So it just seems to me as if at this point, and if Jimmy came back to help his staff, God bless him. Okay. So be it. He came back because he wanted to keep the people hired. He came back to an employer, being an employee, to keep other employees hired, right? Even though the company obviously doesn't care about Jimmy nor the employees, and they only bought Jimmy back because they wanted to stop the bleeding of people canceling subscriptions on Hulu and Disney. Now, to believe that him coming back is going to make anybody go back and renew that subscription is laughable. They will continue to bleed, even more so because now the show is too divisive. Now people on one side or the other with this show. And if I was Jimmy, all I said was I would have just started my own. Like, fuck that. I would have just started a YouTube or a podcast, man. You bring on the homies, have a good time, hire the staff, call that shit the Freedom of Speech podcast, and you give ABC and Disney your ass to kiss because they don't care. And furthermore, he came back, Disney brought him back, but the affiliate stations have canceled the damn show. So the show is not playing in a lot of parts of middle America, which is probably where he was getting his most views, because I feel as if late night television serves no purpose in the world. There's no reason. Right now, this is a late night show you're watching, and there's a million other guys who do what I do. Like, I don't need to sit up and watch a comic regurgitate all the shit that I just saw going on the news. So it just, to me, it just doesn't serve any purpose in 2025. None of the late night talk shows do. But fine, he's back now. Those networks have canceled him, which is going to mean slower revenue dollars. And Jimmy has a contract, so he'll be paid. But guess what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to cut some of that staff. They're going to have to go. This is just money and how the money works. So why would you go back to a place knowing they only bought you back because they wanted to stop the bleeding? If nobody would have unsubscribed, Jimmy Kimmel's show is still canceled. I don't know what side of the aisle you stand on, but this is not necessarily a win for Jimmy, and it's not necessarily a win for the freedom of speech, because as I'm sitting there watching the man cry, all I could think about is a guy behind the curtain in a suit holding a clipboard who told him to cry before he went out there. Now, I'm not saying that happened, but that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I believe what? Because it's too compromised. He's compromised at this point for the bag. Everybody doing shit for the bag. Go the opposite direction when it comes to this money shit. Fuck money. Forget money, believe in God. That's what I would say. Go with God. Walk on faith. Walk by faith and not sight. You know what I mean? Because now he's compromised. He's gonna have to say what they tell him to say. And to Disney, you're going to continuously bleed. It's just gonna happen. Right? Like I said, he'll have his ratings boost for this one show. What's gonna happen tonight when it comes on? It's gonna plummet. That's what's gonna happen. And we're gonna keep going back and forth over and over again with this shit. Like, stop it. ABC does not care about our freedom of speech. And I don't know who that is. They should have fired that exec that just made that move that quick before even consulting with anybody. This man was off the show. They had fired the man. Well, let me get back to this. Listen, Detroit, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there October 3rd. Y'all pull up, get them tickets. Go to LeVarWalker.me. Y'all can see it scrolling right on the bottom. Get them tickets, Detroit Comedy Bar. I'm going to be way funnier on stage because right now I'm just vibing with y'all. We just talking, right? And I like to talk cerebrally. I don't like to be like on this bitch being some type of buffoon and dancing and hollering and screaming. So pull up on me. We're gonna have a good show. We're gonna have a great time. So yeah. But now, Jimmy, I don't know, man. It just looks sad. It looks sad to me. And it's like, y'all gotta understand behind the scenes. Like, I think the late night show was a coveted position, like back in the 80s, you know, when you had your Johnny Carson and life was simple. Really, you know what I mean? I'm 48. I remember everybody was on the same schedule. And that schedule was you go to work, you work for the week, you get your check on Friday, you go to the bank, you cash your check, you pay your bills. You either mail them or you go to a bill pay place. This is how this shit went down. And every night, Monday through Friday, all of America was tucked in bed by a man named Johnny Carson. Johnny would do the late night show. And my grandmama would say it was my bedtime. They would let me watch Carson, and after Carson, I would have to go to bed. I remember that. It was a simpler time. And Johnny Carson was very funny. He had guests. They say he might have been racist. He probably was, the old white man, I'm sure. But he would have guests. It was funny. He would do little sketches and shit, him and Ed McMahon. And I think it was necessary. But now I don't feel like it's necessary because every idiot has a podcast or a YouTube channel. And we just don't watch television anymore. All we do is stare at our phones all day. A lot of y'all will go watch a movie. You watching the damn movie, scrolling on your phone. You at the mall, on the phone. You at the store, on the phone. You on a date, on the phone. You fucking. You are fucking. People are fucking scrolling on the damn phone. So we're glued to the phone. The small screen is overtaking the big screen. And it's just what it is. And we also in a race to the bottom where talent is no longer needed. You don't need talent. You can, whatever you want to do, just do it. You could be the biggest healthcare professional and they never went to medical school, as Trump has told you to stop taking Tylenol. And they don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But it's a thing of whoever gets the most attention, people are going to listen to that. And that's where we are in life. That's where we are in society. But there's still no purpose for any late night talk shows. They just don't serve a purpose. And these shows are going to continuously bleed. So they got to pay him out his contract. I doubt if they renew it any further. I think this will be the last renewal. And this shit just has to go away. It's a dinosaur. And to the rest of the guys, it's just a dinosaur. So it's what it is. And I don't feel like anybody should be censoring anybody's freedom of speech. No matter what they say, we need to be able to speak freely in America. And we need to be able to talk to each other. You get your view, I get my view, and we can all amicably agree to disagree. And that's where we at right now. You know what I mean? This shit's some bullshit. Like, it's just so exhausting. Why is it so exhausting now in America? You talk to somebody, they start with the dumb shit, and you get tired. That's what happens. Chris Fatty, George died, cities burned, Charlie died, people prayed. Chris, we're not trying to be divisive, bro. We really not. Like, I'm just trying to keep this in the middle. Yeah, everybody cancel people on both sides, and it's wild. It's still divisive. We still because we agree that we're just polarized right now. We're polarized, bro. It's polarized. And in the case of Floyd, people watched the man get choked out by a city servant, which is a police officer. He got kneeled on or whatever and died and was just smothered. That's probably why it was a different reaction. Um, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if the police pulled up and did something to Charlie Kirk, there would have been a true national outcry and cities probably would have burned. I don't think we could really sit here and compare the Charlie Kirk incident to George Floyd, right? You know, that would be like comparing JFK to George Floyd. Like, people didn't tear up the nation after JFK was shot. You know what I mean? So it's just an interesting take. I think they might have when Dr. King died, though. I'm not sure. I don't care. I just want love and peace for everybody, bro. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do. And speaking of love and peace, I'm gonna be live in Detroit October 3rd. Get those tickets at LeVarWalker.me because it's going down. Okay. Also, too, Jake Paul will be fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't I really don't understand the fight, boxing. Once again, even attention is taking over boxing, which is wild to me because Tank is a real fighter. Tank versus Jake Paul. Let's see. Oh, I mean, look at this. I want to show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Look at this. Oh, do y'all see this? Look at this, bruh. Look how big. Look how big Jake Paul is over Gervonta. That look like me disciplining my son. And I'm sure like this is a fake fight. Like they just go throw him the bag or whatever. But this is crazy. Boxing has just turned into like it's always been a spectacle, but now it's just even more so a spectacle. Isn't this disgraceful to the sport? Like, but I guess what's his name at this point is a professional fighter, I would guess. But this looks weird. This looks really weird. Look at it. Look at this shit, y'all. Just look at it. The reach, the size. What can he really do? And Tank is a phenomenal fighter. I'm not saying, but can't I mean it looked like he might have a problem just from me looking at this shit. Like, am I wrong, y'all? Let me know. Let me know. Tank is little. How tall is Gervonta? Let me see. He 5'5". Jake Paul 6 feet. I wonder what are the odds. So Tank Davis is the betting favorite at -205, and Jake Paul is the underdog, which means it sounds like they're gonna pay Gervonta to take the fall, and Jake Paul is gonna win. That's what it sounds like to me. You can put that money. I think they setting it up for Tank to lose, bro. Because these exhibition fights, I don't know if they even go by the same rules and shit. I think they're going to break Tank off a bag. They're going to get Tank like 20, 30 million and tell him to lose the damn fight. But can he lose? Why is he doing this? What's the purpose of this? Could y'all explain that to me? Because I'm not necessarily like big into boxing. So why would he even take this fight? What's the purpose? Y'all tell me that. Because it doesn't look good, guys. Let me know what's going on. Oh shit, Jonathan Soul pulled back up with the $10. I can't do this without you, Jonathan. You come through every time, bro. I appreciate you, dog. And look, Jonathan, if you in Detroit, I'm gonna be there October 3rd, man. So pull up on your boy. I'll be at the comedy bar, man. Pull up on your boy. Let's have a good time in there. Appreciate you. I mean, I'm sure. I'm not saying. Look, I'm not saying that Tank is gonna lose. I'm saying based off the odds of this fight, actually Tank is the person they have is winning with a -205, and Jake Paul. Let me see. So if you bet $205 on Gervonta winning, you win 100. If you bet $100 on Jake Paul to win, you win 155. So I'm saying this. It might end up Jake Paul might end up winning just because they running up the bag, bro. The house is gonna win. The Great White Hope substitute, bro. Everybody going for this money though, bro. Man, Tank might just throw this shit, bro. Like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson threw them, bro. They gave Mike so much money on that back end. I know Mike threw that damn fight, bro. It was too many times that the man was wide open and Mike had the shot and didn't take the shot. Then he tapping Mike like, chill out, bro. Let me hit you. Like he was doing it seemed to be so staged and fake. Like, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. But last and not least, because I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I got other stuff I got to do. I want to talk about this. So as y'all know, Cardi B is dating Steffon Digs, currently pregnant with Steffon's child. It's her fourth child. I don't know how many Steffon got. But while she's pregnant, Steffon's side woman is pregnant, and I know all the ladies are cheering for Cardi. I know she got tired of Offset because Offset was cheating, but she left Offset, who was her husband, who was cheating, to get with another nigga that's cheating. So I don't even understand. Like you leave your husband who was cheating. At least he in the house, same mom and dad, y'all got the kids. But you leave him to get with another nigga that's cheating for what? Like what's the purpose of that? And ladies, why do y'all get with the same man? Y'all leave a man and get with the same kind of man. Now Cardi was saying like, I know he cheated, but he didn't cheat like Offset, like damn near like Offset cheated, but this guy he was just a cheat. It doesn't make sense to me. And we just sitting up applauding this shit. This shit is wild, bro. Like I say, we are cooked in society, man. Also, too, there was some allegations against the brother that came out. Um, they had allegations. Let me see. Uh-uh. Yeah. Let me see. You ain't lying. That's a good one. You say she dropped more kids than albums. That's funny. Shout out to Ron Ward for saying that. You said Mike could barely walk. Yeah, Mike could barely walk, but Jake Paul can't be no damn Mike Tyson, brother. Like, let's be real. The muscle memory that man got, you talking about all the years of boxing experience, ain't no way in the hell. Mike could have clobbered his ass, but Mike needed that money. He needed the money, brother. Glock topics. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Now, I'm not going to show this, but, well, I'm not going to play the thing, but this guy here is saying that Steffon Digs drugged him and jerked off in front of him and then put his tongue in his ear. Yeah, I don't know if this is real. I guess he's being interviewed on Tasha K. And I'm trying not to really show it. I just want to read what was going on. And it's crazy. Like, I don't know. Let me see something. Now this guy, Chris Blake Griffith, says that Steffon Diggs tried to sexually assault him. And then I guess he talked to Drake. You asked me to post a tape about you ratting on people, G. I just don't really come from a family or friend group or a city where that's acceptable. I live by a code that's become law. We all just got to deal with our own shit off of here. Not telling you to be no super gangster, tell you what to do, but it made me feel super weird. You would think I would be into supporting that type of shit. I guess this guy, Chris Blake Griffith, sent a message to Drake. And then Chris Blake Griffith says, a nigga tried me on some gay shit while I was designing his collection and styling him. I didn't go. And then he sent two niggas to off me in my crib to suppress his secret. That's not ratting, champ. I survived a hit and he had money on my head. Wow. Well, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on out here in the world. I'm just out here. So I don't know, man. I don't know. The man said they put a hit on him. Y'all believe that? Do y'all believe it? Y'all let me know. Michael Lewis says we've seen our last professional boxing match. It's all been in general. Yeah, that's true. That's what is that what Tank getting paid for this fight? 22 million? He probably gonna get 22 million up front and then 15 on the back to take the fall. I ain't mad at him. Might as well get it too. I think we out. You say Kimmel rocked it last night? That's what's up, man. But Kimmel Kimmel did. He did very well, but how does he navigate now that he has like a hand up his ass? I don't think he should have gone back. Kimmel is compromised at this point. He's been compromised, but now it's even more so. Like they probably shit for him to say anything. He probably got to go through 50 people. They fired him. Don't forget that they fired him and brought him back only to save subscriptions that aren't coming back. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. But anyway, I'm getting up out of here, man. Listen, y'all come out, man. Check me out. I'll be live in Detroit. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Y'all been putting it down. We had almost 80,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm at like 79,700 or something on there. So we building over there, man. And it's what it is, guys. But once again, thank you for tuning in to the LeVar Walker Show podcast. And you know what? I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to pull up every morning and just talk. You know what I mean? We're going to do what we do. I'll let you, boy.